My name is Amadeus. I live here in half a chateau in the Charente region of rural France. I make videos, I write, I create slow things for people who are tired of rushing. This is my home. It's quiet, not in a lonely way, in a deliberate one. I moved here after a storm. Divorce, burnout, reinvention, and somewhere in the middle of that I started again. Not with a grand plan, just with a decision. To build something soft, to grow slowly, to choose visibility that didn't require noise. I don't have a big team or a big budget, just a house that creaks and a camera that listens. Most of my days start like this. The dogs come in for a treat. I stretch, I make coffee, I sit in the garden and let the light find me. This is where the season of quiet visibility begins. Most days I start with a little walk for my dog Anita, but also for myself to get moving, to feel the nature that surrounds me and to ground me as well. I have found that walks and being in nature really helps my positivity. And living in such a gorgeous place like we are is this kind of luxury that is not monetary. It's this very pure luxury, and I am so grateful for it.
The glamour of chateau life, elbow deep in vinegar water, and still somehow romantic. There are influencers renovating castles with drones, drones filming the drones, and sponsorships to match. And then there's us, scrubbing floors between dreams. He calls it a season of quiet visibility. I call it wiping the same windows he cleaned last week. But go on, light that candle. Pretend it's a ritual.
At least I managed to do the windows downstairs, because the windows upstairs, now it's starting to get sunny. I thought it was going to be cloudy, so that's why I just started cleaning the windows. But oh well, it is what it is. Just gonna clean the floor a bit as well, because I think I'd like the floor to be a bit more deeper cleaned, and I already let the vacuum do its thing, and always cleaning. Sometimes I think I'm not doing enough. Like, if I haven't made something, shared something, fixed something, that day doesn't count. But then I walk outside and something's blooming or buzzing or simply there. And I remember this is enough too. The pause between things, the quiet where life actually happens. I used to miss these moments. Now I try to let them stop me. And then it was time for lunch, so I prepared a little pasta sauce from scratch. For some sweetness, I'll be adding some peach. I still have some left over before it goes bad. I'd rather just use it in here.
Because tomatoes apparently need personality now.
I will also be adding some Saint-Emilion and the garlic.
Some people use sugar. He uses stone fruit and emotional complexity.
I'm gonna make pizza dough out of 5 kilos of pizza flour, because I'm gonna make pizzas at an event at a brocante on Sunday in Massignac. Before anything, I just need to clean up a bit here.
Because obviously he
All the
hasn't
washing up.
cleaned enough.
And this is gonna be my container where I will be storing my pizza dough. Because it needs to rise in the fridge. So the plan is actually to use the Uni app. It has a really good calculator. So even if you don't have the oven, you can still use the calculator. And I really like it. You go in here and then I am going for Neapolitan. And I'm going to do, maybe 6. And I'm going to do 3 days. And that's usually what I've been calculating with. So you see, this way it's actually really easy to just like calculate everything that you need.
Using an app to calculate the flour. In my day, we used instinct.
I'm gonna have to do 1 kilo at a time.
And a wooden spool that judged us silently. Precision, passion, and 5 kilograms of impending regret. The dough begins.
Cool, I was dancing like a tarantella, you know, with all the gestures and the... how was this? There was like lots of ton levays and lots of like beautiful... I just remember, maybe I can show you photos of this. I really loved all this character dancing stuff.
And now we're dancing. Naturally, because why wouldn't a failed dough spiral end in a solo performance? Some influencers get invited to Cannes. Others reenact Italian folk dances for a village flea market.
I think I'm gonna have to let the machine rest in between, because I already have the feeling that it's heating up. And I think to do like 5 doughs, it's already gonna keep me like 15 minutes busy. So I think I should let it rest in between so it doesn't overheat. It starts to smell really odd, so I turned it off. I think I'm just gonna knead it by hand, the last few bits.
The machine has opinions. It is understandably overwhelmed. 5 kilos of hope, chilling quietly until tomorrow. Just like the algorithm.
Some people take breaks between things. In France, we make a whole ritual out of it. It's called le goûter. Around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, everything pauses. Children come home from school, bakeries fill with people buying just one pastry, and grown-ups, if they're lucky, remember that life has sweetness built in. It's not quite a meal, not quite a snack, just a moment, a piece of bread, some chocolate, a reason to sit down. I never used to take pauses like this, but lately I find myself looking forward to them. It doesn't solve much, but it softens the edge, and sometimes that's more than enough. But I've got something else to show you, and that's up front. It is a boat, a blow-up one. Just giving you a quick first look. I still need to finish up, but this is sort of it. I'm telling you guys, this boat ride was everything. It's the little luxuries in life that make life so rich, and they're so quiet. And I think sometimes we forget that the quiet things are the things that actually mostly have most impact on us. And it's this quiet visibility that is just so important in life. Or if we can't make beauty out of the invisible, then how are we gonna find happiness, you know? And I find if happiness is something that you create from within, and It's just so precious, and it's also so fleeting. It's something ephemeral. It's like dance. It's like being on stage. It's just this one moment, and it just doesn't come back. But that's the beauty of it. I think all of us can get lost kind of in this, am I enough? Do I need to prove anything? And I'm really in the process of learning this, that I am not defined by my outcome. This is a very capitalistic view on life. I'm defined by how I am as a person, and my value doesn't change if I rest, if I'm lazy, if I'm enough, you know? And I think it takes time to realize that, and it still hasn't really gotten to me until this day, I have to say. But I think we all struggle with this. Some less, others maybe more. But maybe I'm just here to tell you, you are enough, wherever and however and whoever you are. Because I think sometimes we just get lost in this whole presets of like, we need to create an outcome, but we don't. Who says we have to, you know? Nobody. It's capitalism who does that to us. I hope you had a lovely day spending it with me. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, then subscribe to my channel. And I shall see you all next week for a new video. Until then, à bientôt et au revoir from the southwest of France. Bisous and bye!